Hello, welcome to Success Mandira again. I hope you enjoy watching me and listening to my talks. I'm sure you will be highly benefited, and as I told you earlier, what I become is a result of listening to many people and reading books. Today I wanted to share with you about anger. Now, it's one of the very interesting topic, anger. There are lots of bad effect anger made in the world. There are lots of good things also had come out of anger. Now, what is anger? Anger is a God-given ability of emotion and to protect us and to defend us and to react to the situation that comes into our life. Like any other healthy emotion, anger also is a good emotion which is designed in you in order to energize yourself in a situation of danger, in a situation where you need to protect yourself. Now, for example, when you get angry, what does happen? It changes your blood pressure levels. It makes your nervous system go strong. It makes you alert, and it brings a surge of power within yourself. Now, olden days, if you think back, the anger was designed in man to help man to protect himself from the wild animal, protect from his enemy, and protect himself when he is on a fight. So anger is good. Anger is not meant to be suppressed, it's meant to be expressed. There are lots of people talk about calming down anger, controlling anger. What you need is not controlling your anger. What you need is you need to learn how to manage your anger. If you keep on controlling your anger for a long time, then one day your anger takes control of you and it just comes out. Then you will be able to do very little about it. And you cannot express your anger as it is. If you express your anger as it comes, you will make lots of people enemies, and you will create a very unpleasant situation around you. Then you may hear people say that I got short temper problem. I want to tell you there is nothing called short temper, there is only temper. What is short temper? Most of the people who are short tempered, they hide behind this so-called short temper because they don't want to take responsibilities, or they are frightened of the consequences of the situation they have faced. They use short temper as an escapism. So short temper is not an answer. You cannot express your anger as it is. You cannot control your anger. You cannot even suppress your anger. Your anger is meant to be expressed. If you suppress your anger for a long time, it creates lots of different kind of sickness and you become an unhappy person. Let me tell you this, it is very difficult to live with an unhappy person. You may say that, isn't it? You say, I can't live with an unhappy person. But what if you yourself are unhappy? How can you escape? If I have somebody living with me who is unhappy, I can walk away or I can avoid that person. What if I myself is unhappy? It's so difficult. That's the time you feel tempted to commit suicide, you will feel tempted to drink excessively or take drugs or get involved in the wrong activities or trying to make yourself happy. So, you will be happy only when you express your emotion called anger in a healthy manner. Now, what is anger? Anger is an expression, comes out of us when we face a situation which we are not happy about, or which is threatening, or it doesn't suit, or it won't fit for our expectation. When we come across a situation that we really don't like, that's the time we get angry. Anger is an emotional state that varies from a mild irritation to intense fury or rage. When you get angry, there is lots of change take place in you. There is a change physiologically, a biological change take place. And when you get angry, your heart rates goes up, your pressure goes up, and your energy levels goes up. Now this is all natural. It's made to fight with a situation that comes against you. It's created in that way to teach you to protect yourself. Now, when you talk about expressing your anger, starting off, when do we get angry? We get angry when people don't do what we expect them to do. We get angry when they disturbs us. We are doing something and some thoughtless fellow comes and disturbs. And we get angry when somebody block our way. We are doing something really serious. Someone comes in the way and stop us from doing it. And there are some people that they get angry for anything and everything. We call them angry people. Now, is there a people called angry people? Definitely not. We all have certain amount of anger within ourselves, and it's meant to be expressed, but there is nobody is there who can say that I cannot change, I can't give up my anger. Anger is a natural emotion. Like any other emotion, your anger also can be controlled and monitored. When I say control, it's not about being suppressed, it's about being regulated. That you decide when you want to release that anger and when you want to retain. Now, if you learn to control your anger, if you learn to monitor your anger can be a powerful weapon to achieve many things in your life. But if you don't have a control on your anger, then your anger can cost you a lot, maybe everything that you have. Anger can build you, anger can make you. So anger is one of the natural emotion that we have within ourselves. So, anger is a natural emotion, and nobody can say I will never get angry, and nobody can say I'm always angry. If somebody is always angry, I must say that he is living in a life of fear or insecurity, or he is living a very painful situation. He needs help. Anger is not a good emotion that we nurture the way it is. It's a good emotion provided it is monitored. And nobody wants to be a friend of an angry man. Nobody likes to walk with an angry person. If you're a person who says, I get angry very fast, I want to tell you, you become a fool at the end, because if you have something good to offer, people will use you for that, but they will not count on you. Nobody counts on an angry man, because angry man is a dangerous man and is a hasty man. He cannot be depended on. So today's topic, I wanted to talk to you about how to manage your anger. So one who can manage his own anger effectively, he can easily manage other people's anger as well. So when you talk about anger management, there are 3 steps in anger management. One is that managing your anger before even it shows up. The second is managing your anger when you are angry, and third is managing your anger after you really got angry. So let's look into the first topic of how I can manage my anger before it shows up. Now, if you want to manage your anger on a regular basis, then you must have a habit of spending time with yourself every day, or spending time with God. Some people call it prayer, some people call it meditation, some people call it devotion or soul searching. You choose your own name to call for it. But it's important that you must spend some time by yourself. There is saying that every person should get into a nothing box every day, at least for half an hour. For men, it's probably such an easy thing. We men can do something very silly and stupid and just wait for it, and we don't get disturbed. Say for example, look at a man who go for fishing. He sit with it patiently for a long time. Sometimes he come without any fish, but he still go for it. It's a time that he enjoy getting into nothing box. But for a woman, it's a very, very difficult place to come. Women getting into a nothing situation, getting into a situation where they are doing nothing is practically kind of impossible. But remember, you can make it. Women, everything is connected to each other. The work is connected to home, home is connected to job, job is connected to husband, husband is connected to children, children is connected to money, money is connected to servant, servant is connected to work, work is connected to cleanliness. Everything is wired, all interconnected. But for a man, everything is compartmentalized. So let's talk about managing your anger. When you think about managing your anger, the first step is that you must learn to manage your anger even before it comes out. How do you do that? Spending some time alone, doing nothing. Every day, you must have some time to spend for yourself. If you are not comfortable with yourself, then nobody else is going to be comfortable with you. Some people don't like to sit alone. Some people don't like to think. That the reason they say, if I sit alone and think, that will make me upset. Why do you get upset? The reason is you're not sitting alone to think, you're sitting alone to worry. So because you have a habit of worrying, you always want to hide in the crowd and become an invisible person, or just to be a part of the crowd rather than an individual. Now you remember, you are an individual. You have been made and designed as an individual. If you don't enjoy your own company, then probably nobody will enjoy your company as well. So in order to control your anger, the first step is that you have to make time for yourself every day to spend at least half an hour sitting alone somewhere and doing nothing. That's a time you can think about yourself, talk to yourself about what you think about yourself. What are you? What are the things that's bothering me? What are the things that I need to do for the day? What are the people whom I don't like? Who are the people whom I don't like? Who are the people whom I enjoy the company? So you can manage your emotion before you really get into the action field. By spending time alone, you will be able to understand the root cause of your anger. It's all about doing a soul searching. It's good to take a stock of your life every day. What am I doing? This particular day, what I'm going to do and what result is going to make? Am I making progress according to my plans and strategies, or am I wasting my time? Many a time we get angry because we don't get to see things happening the way we expected. Now, if you have an unrealistic expectation, or if you walk into a situation without enough preparation, you're bound to have a failure, and that's going to make you angry. But by spending time alone, you will be able to self-structure yourself. You will be able to spend some time with yourself, which will help you to develop your mental power, and it will release all the stress out of your life. Ambani's, Tata's, and me and you, all of us have 24 hours a day, 365 days in a year, 7 days in a week. The ones who learn to self-structure themselves properly, they learn to manage their emotions, and they learn to attract people to themselves, and they made their life. The ones who have no control on their emotions, they don't attract anyone to themselves. They don't get themselves self-structured. As a result, they are an organized chaos. So, before the anger appears, you must have a time to spend with yourself. Say for example, you are going to meet somebody whom you have challenges, or with whom you have problems. Before you go to address him or situation, spend some time alone before that and think about the things that you are going to talk to him. Probably it's good to do a rehearsal. Maybe stand in front of a mirror, visualize that man standing in front of you, talk to him. Tell him everything that you want to tell him. And imagine what kind of reaction that can come from him. I'm not promising that everything that you by controlling. You can control money, but you cannot control nature. You cannot control people. So you need to understand what is anger. It's a temporary madness. It is fear in disguise, or it's an egocentric nature of you, or is it because you are inferior? You feel you are not as good as others. In all these regards, you need a change. Now, who is going to make the change? You are going to make the change. You won't change by listening to me. I can't make a change in you. You won't change because you pray or you work hard. You change only when you spend time with yourself. Change begins within you. There are some ways of controlling your anger before it manifests. Number one is practice relaxation. Like I told you earlier, spend time alone. Just relax. Can you keep your mind empty for 5 minutes? That you think nothing. I know within a minute you may drop to sleep if you try to do. Or some people are so crowded in their mind, they sit for meditation or sit for emptying themselves. One thought they push out, another 10 comes, push out, another 100 comes, and finally you get frustrated and disappointed, you just get up and walk away. No. Practice relaxation. Meditation or a stress releasing, there are many kind of techniques for that. Sit somewhere, think about one thing, just one thing alone for a period of time, without deviating to anything else. That's the way you increase your mental capacity. Develop yourself. Develop your inner strength by spending time with yourself. Learn to understand what kind of temperament that you have. Learn to understand what makes you happy and what makes you angry. There is a lot you can do before really your anger appears. Now, if you know that you're a person who has a possibility of getting angry, it's good for you to be prepared about it. There is no point of going out and saying, I will face it as it comes. No, you will not be. You will be making a fool of yourself. So, try to understand what makes you angry and try to spend time with yourself in order to prepare yourself to a situation that can make you angry. Next thing is that what do when you are angry? Say you are in a situation and you got really angry. What do? It's a bit hard. Sometimes when you get angry, you have no control of yourself. No matter whatever you say or do, sometimes we won't be able to control our anger. So there is no foolproof techniques available for anger management at this stage. This is the most difficult stage to manage because you are the person who is angry and you are the person who is to manage yourself. So, what you can do is that the moment you realize you are losing control of your anger, maybe withdraw from the situation. So, even if people say that you are a coward because you don't address such kind of situation, it's okay. As long as you are reaching where you want, that's important. Michelangelo, one day he was carrying a piece of rock. The people who saw him, they said, you fool, carrying a piece of rock and walking in the streets, you must be mad. Michelangelo said, no, there is an angel inside, I'm going to release him. Sometimes when you follow your plans, nobody understands you. They kind of make all kinds of difficult situations around you. Just leave them and you carry on with your plan. So take a deep breath or become aware that you're angry. Just observe yourself. Olden days, our old mothers used to say, count 1 to 10 if you're angry. Maybe do that. Or if you're a spiritual person, make a prayer. Or just close your eyes, take a breath, inhale and relax. If it's possible, go away from the situation. Go and do something else. Maybe take a piece of paper and start drawing. Just drawing. Or maybe just writing, whatever comes in your mind. Maybe go to sleep. It's nice. When you get angry, if you can sleep. When you wake up from the sleep, you sleep over your anger and your anger is over. Or maybe go for a swim. Or maybe go to your friends and sit and have a nice laugh. I'll tell you one thing, life is too short to be angry and stressful. It's too short. It just slipped off your hand, you can't do nothing about it. Say in case you got angry, what do you do after that? You got angry without your control and you made a mess out of it, you're going to feel bad, you're going to feel condemned, you're going to feel rejected, and some of you feel, what a fool I am. That's the time you feel to drink, you feel to do something really miserable, and sometimes you just want to go away somewhere. So when you go away, make it a point to sit somewhere and analyze the root cause of your anger, and you will find the reason why. Most of the time, it is some kind of fear or some kind of disappointment in the people or in yourself. And when you talk about analyzing the root cause, you really got to understand, was your expectation being realistic? Was it right for you is it right for you to expect such things from others? Have you played your role? Have you played your role well? How far you worked for it? Put an effort to repair things. Before you repair others, you got to repair yourself. You got to forgive yourself for being angry. You got to do a process of restoration in you. Say, I decide to forgive myself. And this is me. I'm going to accept myself as I am. There are things in my life I cannot change. I want to learn to live with it. I should not push myself beyond the measure. I should not have unrealistic expectation on me. I want to be excellent in my own way. I don't want to imitate somebody. So analyze your situation and learn to forgive yourself if you made a mistake. And learn to forgive others and have some sense of humor. If you learn to laugh at yourself, then you will give a very little chance for others to laugh at you. No, but don't take yourself too serious and don't get too worked up, because nobody else is getting worked up. Probably when you get worked up beyond a certain level, they're just laughing at you. Nobody takes you serious as you think. So learn to relax and do the repairing with other people. If you hurt somebody, pick up your phone, say, I'm sorry. Some people say, hello, Matthew, I'm sorry, but. He will say one word, sorry, then he'll have but, and he will say 10 words to justify his action. Don't do that. The moment you add buts and ifs into it, your apology is meaningless and it has no value. When you express your apology to somebody, it should come from your heart and should be real and genuine. If you think of friendship, a true friendship is made out of many fights and arguments, misunderstanding and understanding. It's a process. In case you are angry with somebody, after that, do a repairing and a resolving. First, as I said, meet yourself and forgive yourself, resolve the issues within yourself, and if you need an apology, go and apologize to that person, not with the conditions, freely. He may try to justify his actions Leave it to Him. So, we are talking about anger management today. I hope this conversation been beneficial for you. These things will not happen overnight. These things will not happen because you heard from me or you read somewhere and you're going to do it. No, it will happen over a period of time. Look at a little child, how he learned to walk. When he learned to walk, he fall many times. No parent will say, my kid, you are falling down, don't stop, don't walk. Sit down. We don't say. We encourage the child to walk because we know that he has to learn to walk. The same way, anger management is a process. You got to nurture within yourself. Now, solution for your problem starts when you realize you have a problem. And when you realize you have a problem and when you decide that I want to make a change in this, 90% of the way you already made it. Rest of the 10% is what you got to do it and practice. Having a settled mind within yourself that I don't want my anger to take control of me and make me a fool. I want to use my anger to achieve my goal. You come 90% all the way. So once again, thank you for listening to me. I wish you all the best, that you will learn to control your anger. You will not express your anger as it comes to make you a fool. You will not suppress your anger where you will be suffocated to death. You will not control your anger where you turn to be like a bomb, one day you will explode. You will learn to manage your anger. In case you got angry and made a mess, you will do the repairing. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Learning to use anger is a key to leadership. Learn to use your anger. Anger is a good feeling. Don't ever think that anger is bad. Anger is good. It can help you to climb the ladder of success. God bless you. All the best. See you again.